are going to start with, so if you're just joining us, please go to Google Classroom and you want to look up the prompt called overrated. Overrated. So stick with me here, please. For those of you learning at home, welcome. For those of you learning in the classroom, hi. All right, so please go to Google Classroom. This is the collaborative essay. This is our first argument essay. In a few minutes, you will break out into groups of 2 to 3. And if you're not, so this is due Monday, right? So we're gonna have time today. We will maybe have time tomorrow, but I also want to get into some multiple choice before our mock exam, which is Thursday, okay?
Next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A week from today.
Yeah.
Is the mock exam. I already let staff know. I will let your parents know via talking points.
Do you have to pay for it, or do
No,
you?
no.
Oh,
It's free.
because I thought.
No, you don't have to pay for the exam either. God has paid for it. I don't know who's paid for it. Santa Claus.
Really?
Someone did pay for it. Somewhere, somehow. President Biden. No, I don't know who.
No, Biden. No, Biden's not worried about little us.
It's May 10th. You know what I have to check? I believe there's only one essay on the mock exam, which is different, because on the real exam you'll have 3. I will check, and I don't know what essay it is. Okay, so this is your prompt. This prompt is an actual AP prompt from, I believe, 2017. I could be wrong. Does anybody want to read this prompt? You can also see it better. Thank you, Nicholas and Corey. You guys can read it together. Probably not a good idea, but you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, why doesn't one person read this
Okay,
and one
yeah.
person read this?
The term overrated is often used to diminish concept, place, roles, etc. That the speaker believes they do not deserve the prestige they commonly enjoy. For example, many writers argue that success is overrated. A character in a novel by Anthony Burgess famously described Rome as a vastly overrated city. And Queen Marina of Jordan herself has said that being queen is overrated.
Select a concept, place, role, etc., to which you believe that the term overrated should be applied. Then write a well-developed essay in which you explain your judgment, using appropriate evidence from your reading, experience, or observations to support your argument.
Okay, so who can tell me what was just said? Because I mean, I don't know. No, I mean, like, you ever read something and then you're like, what did I just read?
Yeah, sometimes.
So you guys with me in the back, just stick with me, okay? So for me, I get lost in the prompts because the prompts have like so much language around it, okay? So if you have 40 minutes to write this essay, preferably 3 full body paragraphs of very small intro and a very small conclusion. You know, you're not going to spend time on the intro and conclusion. And think of evidence, okay? How do you do that and not spend time on the prompt? You don't want to waste time on the prompt. So does anyone know what you can do to not waste time figuring out
Just
the prompt?
scan through it and look for keywords. That's how
Okay, so the keyword. So you are going to get a little paragraph up here that is talking about something related to the topic. I don't want you to read that first, okay? I want your brain to go to the verb, the action, that is usually going to begin with choose, select, decide. This is what you have to do. This is like extra icing on the cake. Do you technically have to talk about this in your, like, use the whole Anthony Burgess? No. You don't have to address that at all. Now, if you're stuck and you're like, I know what overrated means in this context, definitely go back to get the information up here. You don't have to use this part in your essay. So here is the verb, okay? Select something, right? Something or someone which you believe is overrated. Now, I didn't read that the term should be applied. I'm putting it in my own language. What do you think is overrated? Now, in order to do that, what do we need to understand first? What do you think is overrated? What do you need to understand? I mean, you're about to write this, and you're asked the question, or you put it into your own question. What do I think is overrated? What is it asking? Elvis, what is it asking?
Something given more value than really.
Thank you. Something given more value than really what it is. Okay? Now, this is an argument essay. So where's the debate? What's the affirmative and negative? Where's the agree and disagree? It's not really here, is it?
No.
So you have to make it into an agree or disagree. It's not an explanation essay. And so that's where this is tricky. Some students are going to respond explaining something that's overrated. It's not an explanation essay. It's an argument essay. So you have to convince people with language that follows the structure of an argument that something is overrated. You're like a lawyer. You're saying this one thing is overrated, and here are the 3 ways. And I'm going to point to a counter argument that someone may say against my 3 ways, my 3 universal ideas. So this argument essay may trick you. The year that this was given, it tricked a lot of students because they didn't know how to put it into an argument. Okay? So this right here, guys, then write a well-developed essay in which you explain your judgment. You don't need to read that in the directions. This is going to be the same every year. I don't need to waste time reading directions. That is a mistake people make when taking any multiple choice time test. Don't read the directions because they're the same every year. No, that's why we're spending time with this right now. Know the directions ahead of time so that you're not, what do I have to do, what do I have to do? You know what you have to do. You have to write an essay. Don't read this. We don't need this either. Use evidence from your reading, your experience, your observations. We know that. Don't read it when you're taking the exam. So mentally find the verb. What do you have to do? I put it into a question. What is overrated, or as Elvis said, overvalued, right? In society. Again, though, I see the word explain. And that tricked a lot of students. Because they're not treating it with argument rhetoric. You have to have language that is like a debate. Okay? All right, what do you do first? I mean, we defined, Elvis told us in his own words, yeah.
Find the part of the prompt to disagree or disagree with.
Yeah.
Or
So,
decide affirmative or negative.
yeah. So again, are we disagreeing or agreeing that overrated exists?
I agree that overrated exists, that's true.
Is that the thing that we're doing now?
No.
No. What do we have to do? Select what?
Select the prompt that disagree or disagree with.
No, select a what? Concept,
Place, role.
place, role, etc. So give me an idea. What is a